The much-awaited trailer of Namit Malhotra's Ramayana has finally been released, and my one-word honest reaction is
fantastic, superb, mind-blowing, unbelievable.
No. Let's be real. It was good, in fact, very good, but it has a few minor problems which I'll discuss in this video. Three things are absolutely clear after this trailer. Firstly, Namit Malhotra and Nitesh Tiwari have the right intent behind making Ramayana. The visuals, the filmmaking choices, and the honesty in making sure the story of Ramayana is told right are visible in every frame. The fact that they released the trailer 3 months before release shows that they are willing to take feedback and address it in post-production. Barring a few shots like here and here, the visual effects do look better in the trailer compared to the previous assets that were released. Another point to note is their choice of releasing the trailer at 4:15 AM India time, which is not because they want to appease the Western audience and give them a chance to react first, a critique which a lot of influencers are spreading on the internet. This announcement was aimed at such a time because 4:15 AM in the morning is the Brahma Muhurat, a very auspicious time of the day in Hindu tradition. It's the time of Lord Brahma, the creator, and since this is literally the dawn of Ramayana on the big screen, there is no better time to begin than that. Secondly, Ranbir Kapoor, Pallavi and Yash are the perfect casting choices for Lord Ram, Ma Sita and Ravana. There is absolutely no doubt about it. For a film of this scale, this ambition, I can't think of a better trio of actors, especially after watching this trailer. I'll talk more about Sai Pallavi later in the video, but one frame where she blushes all dressed up as the bride, in that single frame you can see that affection, that simplicity and that hint of blush, all three together. And thirdly, the way they have cut the trailer is exactly how the screenplay of part 1 is going to play out. So Ravana was shown first because Ravana came first, his reign as king of Lanka started first, and Lord Ram was born much later. Now, while I say that the screenplay is clear, it creates the problem of lack of curiosity. It basically looks like the highlights version of the first half of Ramayana. And for those who know the story, this might look like, done, I have seen the movie, what else is left to see? But there is one factor that can still create some curiosity, and you might have noticed it.
Keep one seat for our Hanumanji. He will come to see Ramayana.
The trailer doesn't feature Lord Hanuman, which is a big deal. Later in the video, I'll discuss the possible ending of the movie, but an alternate ending where Lord Ram meets Lord Hanuman might be something a lot of audience are expecting. Even seeing him from a distance or Lord Hanuman spotting Lord Ram walking through the forest would be an emotional ending. We might just see a post-credit scene with Lord Hanuman as shooting for part 2 is still going on, where Lord Hanuman will play a bigger role. So between now and the release, there is still time to add a scene or glimpse of Lord Hanuman as a surprise, and I certainly hope they do that.
तुम्हारा नया राजा.
Now coming to the trailer, which opens with Ravana and his soon-to-be kingdom of Lanka. Pay attention to this because it tells you a lot about how Nitesh Tiwari thinks as a filmmaker. Most people know the broad strokes of Ramayana: Lord Ram, Ma Sita, forest, exile, abduction, war, victory. But a lot of people don't know that Lanka didn't originally belong to Ravana. The original king of Lanka was Kuber, Ravana's half-brother. Ravana defeated Kuber, took over the kingdom and seized control of the Pushpak Viman, which we see here in this shot, the aerial vehicle that later gets used to abduct Ma Sita. And the opening shots of the trailer showcase exactly this. Sometime in 2025, there were reports that Yash might have an extended screen time in part 1, close to an hour of sorts, and seeing how his backstory and his conquest are shown in the trailer, those reports are more true than ever. This narrative choice establishes Ravana as someone who has already done the impossible before the main story even begins. And like how the title card said, Ravana, power and revenge, we can see all of that in the opening shots. The visual language in these shots does a lot of heavy lifting. There's a shot where Ravana stands before the people of Lanka. It will remind you of the feeling when Rocky climbed the steps in KGF Chapter 1. Wide aura shot, golden and dark obsidian and shadow everywhere. It makes him look genuinely large in a way where you actually feel like this is someone who has broken the rules of the universe and gotten away with it. Ravana spent years in extreme penance and obtained boons from both Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. One of those weapons, Chandrahas, can be seen in this shot, an indestructible sword shaped like the crescent moon, and it made Ravana very powerful, Lord Brahma gave him the boon that he couldn't die at the hands of gods, demons, serpents or spirits, but didn't include humans because Ravan felt they were beneath him. If you remember, this was the opening shot of Adipurush, which is why I don't feel this will be featuring in Ramayana. Yash as Ravan is compelling, and this is where I feel one problem lies. The way Ravan has been shown, I fear and I hope I am wrong that this portrayal of Ravan becomes overtly glorified. The aura shots, the dialogue, that loud yell he makes at Krodh was spine-chilling and deeply unsettling too, because Ravan's appeal is instant and loud. Lord Ram's subtlety slowly builds in the trailer and makes a stronger impression by the end. We also get a glimpse of the Dev-Asura Sangram, the war between the Devas and the Asuras. We had a few shots of it in the Lord Ram teaser, and now we have confirmation that all these are part of the same fight sequence, in which we also see Indradev riding Airavat. Indradev is being played by actor Kunal Kapoor, who isn't that visible in the shot, but seeing Airavat actually brought to life with this level of detail is going to be something special on a big screen. The scale of this battle makes one thing pretty clear. This isn't a story about kingdoms fighting each other. It's a cosmic conflict that spans multiple worlds. After all the cosmic events, the trailer shifts its tone completely. The Devas, watching the destruction Ravana is causing, go to Lord Vishnu and ask for intervention. And because of that loophole Ravana left open in his boons, Lord Vishnu decides to be born as a human in Ayodhya as the eldest son of King Dashrath. The introduction shot of Ranbir Kapoor as Lord Ram is handled with real restraint. The filmmakers don't overdo it. The early scenes focus on a young Lord Ram in training, mastering archery under sage Vasishtha and sage Vishwamitra. His precision and posture and the way he holds a bow is equally very good. Now there is an interesting shot in the trailer when both Lord Ram and Lakshman are sitting in front of their teacher, and while praying, a lotus starts circling Lord Ram, which Lakshman sees and immediately bows down in respect. This shot in a way shows Lakshman that Lord Ram is an avatar of Lord Vishnu, and this is one of those moments from the trailer where we see versions of Valmiki Ramayana and Ramcharitramanas crossing each other, and this shot is proof of that narrative. Now many people might not know this, but Ranbir Kapoor is also playing Lord Parashurama in this film, the same actor but two different avatars of Lord Vishnu existing in the same timeline for just a brief crossover moment, and that encounter happens when Lord Ram is returning to Ayodhya after his marriage with Ma Sita. Lord Parashurama, the sixth avatar of Lord Vishnu, was furious because Lord Ram had broken the Pinaka, the divine bow of Lord Shiva, whom Lord Parashurama revered as his guru. The same bow is shown here in this shot. In this encounter, Lord Parashurama challenged Lord Ram to string another bow, the sacred bow of Lord Vishnu called Sharang, to prove his strength, which we see here. Lord Ram took the bow, effortlessly strung it, and fixed an arrow to it, demonstrating his divine power. Lord Parashurama immediately realized that Lord Ram was an avatar of Lord Vishnu and transferred his own divine energy and powers to Lord Ram, confirming Lord Ram as his successor in defending Dharma. And looking at both the pre-shots and the new trailer shot, this will be a significant moment in the movie. Coming to Sai Pallavi, who plays Ma Sita, and honestly, I have seen a lot of online skepticism about Sai Pallavi in this role, and I want to be direct with you. This trailer settles the conversation. She is perfect for this role, especially with that one shot in the trailer which I mentioned earlier. That single frame captures her affection, her simplicity, and her quiet blush instantly. You have to understand that moving an audience emotionally is one of the hardest things for an actor to do. And Sai Pallavi, in more than one shot in this trailer, captures that modesty and soft nervousness brilliantly. Another thing to note is that Nitesh Tiwari hasn't reduced Ma Sita in this movie to a passive figure waiting to be rescued. There's a shot in the trailer of her holding a sword, which probably happens in Mithila, and this again appears to be a deviation from Valmiki Ramayana, although there is too little to judge right away, so I will leave it to how it is played out in the movie. The Swayamvar sequence, the whole setting, Lord Ram walking up to the bow, has been very nicely shot. King Janak's court in Mithila is built on physical sets, and you can see the actual texture of the pillars and the woven fabric in the background, which gives the scene a dramatic weight. Now coming to the central drama of Ayodhya, Kaikeyi, exile, and the scene that will break you. The trailer shows Lord Ram speaking with Kaikeyi firmly and respectfully, emphasizing family honor and his absolute commitment to his father's word. And then Kaikeyi, determined to see her own son Bharat crowned as king, unhinges her old boons to demand exactly that. Lord Ram is to be sent into exile for 14 years. This entire sequence is going to be one of the most emotional moments of the film and will likely be the interval point of the movie.
Lord Ram leaves for exile. It's a very emotional moment. The whole of city is out there not wanting him to leave, crying along with him. It's something which gets me emotional every time I see it.
Speaking of Bharat, there are two shots in the trailer, this and this, which form another emotional segment of the story. Bharat comes and visits Lord Ram in the forest and requests him to come back to Ayodhya and be king, which we famously call Bharat Milap, to which Lord Ram says no, as his promise to his father is above everything. Bharat loves Lord Ram, and seeing that he isn't swayed, takes his wooden sandals, which we call Paduka, and puts them on the crown in a way symbolizing that Lord Ram is still the king, just not in person but in spirit. This particular scene in Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana was very moving, and I am sure in Namit Malhotra's Ramayana it will be very emotional.
निर्णय मैं ले चुका हूं। एक पुत्र होने के नाते अपने पिता के वचन का पालन करना मेरा कर्तव्य है।
Once the story moves into the Dandakaranya forest, the visual language of the trailer completely transforms. The warm golds of Ayodhya disappear, everything becomes earthly greens, dense browns, mist and filtered sunlight through old trees. Lord Ram, Ma Sita and Lakshman build a life at Panchavati, and for a while it's actually beautiful and very peaceful. But that peace ends with Shurpanakha,
जनस्थान की राजकुमारी शूर्पणखा,
who first tries to lure Lord Ram, gets rejected and turns hostile. This dialogue by Ma Sita confirms that.
वो मोहित हो गई है आप पे।
And after getting rejected, Shurpanakha turns hostile and Lakshman cuts her nose. Shurpanakha, bloodied and humiliated, goes back to Lanka and tells Ravan everything. That moment right there is what leads to Ravan's rage to both humiliate and destroy Lord Ram. The entire second half of the Ramayana is events that culminate after this one confrontation in the forest. We see Saurav Sajdev as Marich, a demon and an ally of Ravan who played a key role in the abduction of Ma Sita by transforming into a golden deer filmed with an eerie, almost unsettling quality. And then comes Jatayu, and probably among the top shots of the trailer. The aerial battle between Jatayu and Ravan might be the most visually spectacular sequence shown in the entire trailer. Jatayu sees Ravan carrying Ma Sita away in the Pushpak Viman and charges in without hesitation. The feathers, the size of the giant bird, the way the blades clash mid-air, all of it looks heavy and real in a way that Indian visual effects haven't always pulled off. Jatayu fights with everything he has, and this Ravan Jatayu fight is crucial because in his dying breaths, Jatayu is the one who informs Lord Ram and Lakshman about Ma Sita's abduction and Ravan's direction. Without this encounter, Lord Ram would have no clue where Ma Sita was taken. When the Lord Ram trailer came out, I said in my review video that the last scene of the part 1 movie will be Lord Ram cremating Jatayu, followed by this shot. And this trailer confirms that. Now, one of the things to notice is a shot of Kumbhakaran, and many might wonder if this is from the Lanka war. Based on the image, I feel this is after Ravan becomes king of Lanka. Using the powers and weapons Ravan received, he was causing a lot of chaos on earth. These shots that we see here are proof, and Kumbhakaran could have been taking part in one such event. I don't think this is from the Lanka war. Everything from the trailer, right from Ravan defeating Kuber and taking Lanka to Ma Sita's abduction and to finally Jatayu informing Lord Ram of Ravan flying south, makes narrative sense.
रावण तीनों लोकों का स्वामी है, तो तीनों लोकों के सामने उसका वध करूंगा.
Now you and I can keep debating the screenplay choice of ending with Ma Sita's abduction, but in my opinion, it makes sense. It will be an extremely emotional, high energy moment, something the audience will take with them after they leave the theater. The visual effects actually look good. The film is being shot for IMAX, and at least with all the Odyssey reels going around, I don't have to sell the IMAX tag to movie goers right now. Of course, this won't be the IMAX 70mm version which I saw, but just in a standard IMAX auditorium, watching Eravat charge across the screen, that experience won't be comparable to anything you have seen before in an Indian film. The background score composed by Zimmer and A.R. Rahman amplifies some scenes, especially the entry shots of Ravan and Lord Ram. It layers a traditional Sanskrit chants under deep orchestral percussion and creates something that feels ancient and enormous at the same time. Having both composers on the same film is genuinely rare, and from what you hear in this trailer, that combination is already working. This trailer does what a trailer should do. It tells you everything you need to know, even when you already know the broad strokes of the story. I am genuinely excited for this one, not because of the scale or the budget or the name value behind it, because the intent feels right. And believe me when I say this is exactly how you present the greatest story of all mankind to the world.
You're goddamn right.
That's my take on the Ramayana trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our video on the Ramayana and its budget right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.